All right. Top 8 time, chat. Let's see if we can't find more Trinispheres. That would be nice. I didn't know Wing streamed. We got the whole crew here. It's a pretty stacked top 8, to be perfectly honest. Honor Bond, Canister, Winged. And Wizard's been getting... Wizard's improved a lot, to be perfectly honest. I thought Wizard was, like, okay when they started, and they've really stepped it up, in my opinion. And then Clone always seems to win, even though their decks are really weird. But Clone's up in the top 8 a lot of the time. So, pretty strong top 8 tonight. We're just waiting for Michael to show up. Excuse me. Thanks, Mandark. I'm glad you're enjoying it. No need to worry. We will continue playing the fun decks that can still win. Yeah, no, so Squee, like, our deck is obviously weird, right? But the Clones decks are weird for a different, like, in a different way. Like, Clones decks are bug decks, but they also have, like, Necropotence and Virat. Like, they play a real deck with weird card choices, whereas we play a not real deck with weird card choices. Or card choices that make sense. Like, I mean, I think all of our card choices in this deck make sense, but it's a good time, Steam Flogger. This deck is probably I think this deck is much, much better than the Riddler, and much better than Ninjas, and I think it's better than most of the bad decks that I play. I think it's like a pretty reasonable deck, to be perfectly honest. If no one's playing Collector Oof and there's a minimum number of Force of Vigors, and you're not getting killed on turn 1 too many times by the combo decks, I think it's like... I mean, it's powerful, right? We have a lot of turn 1, turn 2 kills today. Actually, today was mostly turn 2 kills. When I streamed it, I had a couple turn 1 kills. I'm obviously, like, turn 1 Trinisphere is almost always a turn 1 kill too, right? Actually, we've had a lot of Trinispheres today, and almost none of our Trinispheres have been Force of Willed today, which has been kind of awkward. And by kind of awkward, I mean great for us, but... I might send Michael a message so he has in timeout. They posted 9 minutes ago that... I mean, he posted on Twitter 9 minutes ago. We've been in queue here for 6 minutes or so. I don't know. I just sent him a message on Twitter, so hopefully he'll show up. All right, dope. So this is the top 8 of the Vintage Challenge with KCI. We're playing against a very powerful wizard in Michael Bond. Hopefully we can pull it out. Let's do it. Pull out the victory. Pull it out. You know, it's a long day, guys. Bondé? Do you actually pronounce the E? All right. I didn't know. Please forgive ignorant American. I'm keeping this hand for sure. Got the emerald to play the stirrings and everything. Pretty nice. Let's see what they're playing today. I can't pronounce anything. I pronounce everything wrong, so... Ooh, Pio. Or KCI. Academy, preordained, sure. That's not the worst start. At least we don't get turn 1 PO'd here. Alright, how are we sequencing this, chat? We drew a Ravager. What is our best way of sequencing this? Probably lead on stirrings. And then start deploying, I would think. Because at least if we lead on stirrings, we can find Trinisphere, or Mystic Forge, or KCI, or anything like that. That's the best part about the stirrings, is it digs deep for our restricted cards. Look at this cat. Oh, they have a mental misstep? Absolutely brutal. That's a good draw. We would have probably hit this off of stirrings. So I could play the Ravager over the Terrarian, and I think that's probably correct. Just so that I can start pressuring. I don't think I need to eat this Ichor Wellspring yet. I would probably prefer to see if I can draw like a Scrap Heat Scrounger for not a Scrap Heat Scrounger. Scrap, yep. The 3-drop. We're losing it. It's stream hour, what, 10? No, not 10 yet. 7, 9, something. Scrap Trawler, that's the one. Been a long day, okay. They're at 2 cards left in hand. They had to force pitching dig through time. We're in a decent spot here. Lodestone isn't the best versus PO, but it's okay. Not having Ravager does mean we can't crack our Terrarian, but so be it, I guess. I got forced again. All right. Well, they have no cards left in hand. We can't get our Gigantha. We can't get the dude who's an elk right now, anyways. All right, they have no cards in hand. If we don't draw PO, we might be okay. All right, a land. We take those. I have a crack here. So it costs 2. And we get a green and a blue. So we might as well just go get a green and a blue. What do we get? We got an opal, not the best. So I think here we just play our tropical island out and go get our elk. All right. Yo, I'm not saying it right. Don't tell me how to say it right. Why doesn't it let me F6 from this position? Super weird. Alright, can they keep whiffing while we play an elk? I feel like we're gonna have to get a little lucky, but we could get there. Like a KCI is a pretty good draw for us. Alright, they whiffed again. Alright, okay. A chromatic star, that's fine. Let's cycle this. A forge? Alright, we're gonna do it now, chat. Sorry, elk, we found a forge. Oh, well, that's a whiff. Exile. A double lands in a row? Wow, not ideal. Well, we might have to wait till next turn if we get a next turn. Hit land there. Alright, can opponent whiff again? How many times can opponent actually whiff, though? There's got to be a point where it runs, our luck runs out. Maybe it's now. Is it going to be a Lavinia right after we cast this? It is a Lavinia. Alright. Do I want to activate this Forge and upkeep? Does that actually do anything for me? That only changes if I draw like a Stirrings off the top. I don't really think that makes sense. Like, we would just want to be able to activate it later. And, oh, we're one land drop short on statue. We're actually just one land drop short on statue. Do we exile it? Probably not. Holy crap, that's kind of annoying. I think we have to exile it. I feel like we have to exile it and keep going. Remember, we can't play 0 drops. That's a good one, though. That's such a good one, though. I'm going to play this 0 drop into it, obviously, so we can keep going. Alright, what do we get? Can we get something off this Karn to help us lock this game up? We could go get a Sphere. That might be better, though, right? If we just go get a Sphere and then we get a Lattice on the next turn. Oh, we have to hit a land drop to get a Lattice. But what if we just get a Sphere right now? What if we... I mean, they already got their dig through time out of the way, so we don't have to worry about that. I think we just want to go and get a Sphere. We can go get our God Pharaoh statue later. This should be winning. Let's go, KCI. Mystic Forge is a hell of a card. That's for sure. I think you want to attack with your elk there. I think you definitely want to attack with your elk. Alright, so PO, we definitely want to bring in Sphere. I'm not actually convinced we want to bring in the other cards, though. We might just want to bring in Sphere and Thorn. I think we just want to bring in Sphere and Thorn, and then... I still want to be, like, pretty combo heavy. I actually think that, like, Lodestone is, like... I don't know how I feel about Lodestone. I think we want to take out, like, 5 of the worst combo pieces. Probably. Plus Karn on Opal to prevent Tinker. I mean, if they tinker into a Sphere, we're still going to win, right? Because they can't make any artifact mana, and they're probably just going to kill themselves with it. Maybe you're right, though. Maybe you're right. Maybe killing Opal was better. It's definitely possible. They're talking about the artifact to sack to tinker. Anyways, let's find 5 cards to board out here. I don't know what they're going to be, though. Maybe it's like, Star, Ravager, Star, Wellspring, Opal, Ironworks, maybe? What if we just do that? What if we just do that? And we just trim and get some things in here. Nice, congrats to him. I'll see him on an arena. See him on the arena battlefield. Yeah, I'm just gonna trim. Let's just trim. Let's just do this. There shouldn't be a prelim today. Alright, I've got an elk. And my hand is kind of medium, but it has a lot of mana and 2 draws. So I kind of think it's probably worth keeping. I mean, it's a 7-card hand from PO. We could just die, right? But maybe we're supposed to mulligan to Sphere here, but I kind of like this hand. That's certainly a draw, isn't it? Definitely gonna just slam that. What is this? Do you have a Steel Sabotage? Oh, Vamp in response. Okay. Maybe get Tolarian, maybe get Tinker, maybe get Hercules Recall. If they have Force, they might just get Ancestral and force this and then Ancestral. We don't really have much agency over what the PO player does, especially on the draw, so we kind of just have to hope that their hand isn't, like, stupid broken, and then work with it, you know? It all depends on what's in their hand, right? Like, if they don't have another land drop, they can't get Ancestral here, but if they have Force of Will, they can get Ancestral here. Alright, it resolved. That's a good start. What's up, Silver? Sliver? What, you know, they got a mana crypt, likely. So now they can't tinker still. And they're 1 Moxen off of a solid hand. Obviously, this isn't the greatest against PO, so we don't really want to see them casting PO. What is their play off of blue land? Oh, they have Tolarian too? Shit. Now they can tinker. So this is pretty good against Citadel, but they could get Blightsteel as well. Black, blue, 5 mana, PO for 2? No? Pretty happy we top decked this Lodestone Golem, because it's likely we would have died any other way. Yeah, man. KCI, top 8. Let's see what could it just be Night's Whisper, then? It might just be a Night's Whisper. Tolarian and Mox... Oh, it's Demonic. Tolarian and Moxen, very good against Lodestone, for sure. Why I was saying I didn't really like Lodestone in the matchup, but I don't think it's like bad, so I'm not actively boarding it out or anything, but it just doesn't do as much as a Sphere would do. Okay. So what do they probably get an Ancestral here. Or they might go for a Tinker on the next turn. Statue would be a great draw for sure. They have so much mana. They could also be getting like a Moxen here, and then they have 5 mana. They could PO or something like that. PO for 3, replay all their Moxen. Pretty valuable. So they went for Lotus. It's pretty good here. Opponents cast all restricted cards. Ancestral. Merchant Scroll for Ancestral. Alright. The restricted cards continue. The only non-restricted cards were mana sources. And even some of the mana sources were restricted. That's the power of the PO deck. And it's another reason why the PO deck, the PO part isn't always the problem. You are still playing a big blue restricted shell. This has to be getting Ancestral. Yeah. So here you do have to tap it off of Lotus if you want to cast it now. So you might need to make like a black mana or a white mana off of Opal and then cast it off of Lotus. Or you could hold it. So they made a white mana, yep. So now they can draw into Lavinia off of this Ancestral, is what they're looking for here. Or they could just wait. There's no reason that you have to use this Lotus right now, unless you're super afraid of more spheres or something. Nope. Alright, they chose to hold it. We drew our own Ancestral. Hog. We do have to pay 2 mana for it. We drew a 3-ball, but I guess. I mean, if they have Hercules, we're just gonna lose, right? Like, I can't do anything about it. How you want me to play a 1-drop and then have 3 mana after? I think it's important for us to have Trinisphere in play going into our opponent's turn. So, alright, they just had Hercules. They didn't even Merchant Scroll for it. Or maybe they drew it naturally. Oh, there's the Ancestral. Alright, they have 4 cards in hand. We'll see if they can kill us, I guess. They have a Lavinia follow-up. Pretty good. 9 life. Do you have a Mentor follow-up too? Or is this a PO for 3? A Teferi follow-up into a top? I mean, that could have gone a lot worse, to be perfectly honest. That could have gone a lot worse here. I'm gonna probably go for like Lodestone and like some of these Moxen things. Just because I can't like play a lot of my cards. I don't really know if like I might try to end with a Trinisphere. We found an Ironworks, but I can't cast it yet. Like, they can just bounce my Lodestone or my Trinisphere, so I'm trying to, like, get some value off of other things first. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to play out my stars and stuff, and then play a Trinisphere at the end. They might have a Mindbreak trap, but I whatever, man. You can't make me play around that shit. I couldn't play the Cart Clan this turn because of the Lavinia, but next turn we can play the Ironworks. Wombo, you're not allowed to say win, because we literally can't win. So. Alright, opponent has a spin, and they have an extra draw. So I assume we're going to die this turn, though. I don't see a way where we're going to actually get to pass. They're going to pass the turn here. They would have to have 3 blanks on top and then 2 blanks underneath it or something. Something insane. It seems like it'd be pretty tough. And even like a Force is not a super blank. They're at a pretty low life total because of Crypt, but we don't really have Reach because we don't have like a Ballista. So yeah, I don't really know what we can really do. We just have to hope that they brick. They didn't hit a Crypt flip either. Alright, the Trinisphere got bounced as expected. Can you kill me? A Pio is pretty lethal here. A Tinker is pretty lethal here. A Tinker's, well, not 100% lethal, but it's pretty lethal here. Yogwill lethal. Most of the cards in their deck that do things are lethal here. Doesn't look like it's Tinker, or it doesn't look like it's Pio because they're not tapping everything. So maybe it's just Tinker on 8 life with the on 9 life with the top. Not guaranteed, but pretty likely. I really couldn't do anything though. I have played Lodestone and Trinisphere? I guess I might have been. Yeah, I guess I had 7 mana, so I could have played Lodestone and Trinisphere. Would that have been better? Seems like, I don't know. Like the Lodestone tax is just like not great. Lodestone's a creature, so I could have played the Lodestone. Lavinia doesn't stop Lodestone. I could have played both. I just wasn't sure that like a Lodestone tax was worth it when I could try to set myself up to win on the next turn. Like with these in play, I'm in a better spot to like Park Clan and win on my next turn. So they did have Tinker. So they have Tinker so they could have boarded Citadel out as well. So they had Blightsteel. All right, we have a chance because they boarded Citadel out for Blightsteel, which is usually correct. Obviously, we can't play 0 drops into Lavinia, but we do have a chance here. We do have a chance. We drew the Trawler, so it's time to go, chat. It's time to go. Oh. Play this. I don't think we should play a Trinisphere first. Maybe we should just play a Trinisphere first. And then we can sack the Trinisphere later. So if we go Trinisphere and then Cart Clan, I have 2 mana left over. And then sack the star and play a Trawler, and then try to go off from there, just to play around force. I think this all works out. Just so all my combo pieces resolve. So it looks like they might have force. Alright. Play a Cart Clan. Sack a star. So I remember I can't use my 0 drops, which makes things annoying. Play a Trawler. And then we sack our Sphere. I guess we'll sack our star. We'll go in order here, though. Sack our star. When should I sack this Sphere, I guess is the question. If I sack my Wellspring, bring back my star, sack my Trinisphere, bring back my Wellspring. I can just do all this in the order that we're here though. It's fine. Time Walk is a great draw. No, we have no way to clear it. We also can't play things above 4 drops here. I guess we can play our Moxen if we get a Sphere in play though, right? If we can go get a Sphere, that would work. Obviously, we lose a little bit of mana, but not that much mana. Maybe we do still lose too much mana. I don't know. I haven't actually done that math out. Oh, look, a spine, but we need to have 7 lands, which is too hard to do. I think if we play a Sphere, we should be able to play through Lavinia here. We might want to time walk before we sphere. Maybe I need to hold this, actually. And just go to the next turn. It's, like, impossible for us to kill Lavinia, yeah. Alright, they forced our time walk. So they did have force. So we would have had to play... Alright, that's still fine, I think. Because we can still keep going with this lodestone. I don't know what I'm doing, chat. There's got to be something we can do. Yeah, but we drew spine, so that doesn't work. Yes, where have you been, Wombo? I've mentioned this before. I'm gonna put it on Brawler, Trawler, because I think I'm gonna put, like, might be eating this lodestone. I think I'm gonna start doing this now. I don't know if this works out, but we're gonna try it. I can always sack this sphere after I do some combos with it, right? So it's not the hugest deal. I lose a mana on my 3-drops, but I need this to stay out, please. We drew another Trawler, which is probably great for us. I don't know what we're digging for. Currently, I'm just going off. When I figure out what I'm doing, I'll let you know, alright? I don't know! I don't know, guys! I don't know. I can't play my things, so I don't know, man. I haven't figured it out, alright? Maybe make like an infinitely large serpent or something and a lattice lock. I'm pretty sure there's a play. I just don't know what it is, okay? We're gonna draw our deck out, alright? First things first, draw our deck. Then we'll figure it out from there. It would be a lot easier if I could spine, but I can't spine, okay? I can't spine, so I gotta figure something else out, alright? I don't know what that is. We have plenty of time on the clock. I don't have a spell bomb. Still don't have a spell bomb. Ah! Alright, I found the Karn. What does the Karn do? Uh, my moto is lagging like... Oh, my moto is lagging here. I think if we make large creatures and lattice lock or something, that might be the line. I haven't gotten that far yet. We still have 30 cards in our deck. Lattice needs 6 lands. Alright, we can't lattice lock. So we probably have to like lock them under a bunch of spheres and like put a bunch of creatures into play. If we just like lock them under a bunch of spheres, put a bunch of creatures into play, and then we work from there. What do I have left to sack here? Should I sack the sphere and we can get another sphere later? Sure, why not? Star. Star. Star? I have to replay a sphere if I want to use the 0 drops though. Is this game 3? Anybody know? I think this is worth playing out all the way down. I'm pretty sure this is worth playing out. I'm pretty sure this is a winning game state. I think it's a really large stone coil serpent. Sorry, I'm just trying to play as fast as possible because I think I need all of the time here. Yeah, if we had a walking ballista, it would obviously make the life easier. But like we should be able to get away with like a really large stone coil serpent, I think. That technically makes more mana. I do have to... I probably want to sack a Trawler here so I can keep a Ravager. I don't know why I would want to keep a Ravager, but I feel like I should keep a Ravager around. Yeah, I just think that I think it's gonna be good enough, so I should just play everything out while I have everything. I think we're pretty close to beating it. Thank you for the raid, Anurag. Congrats on your top 8. I think we're going to win, but there's a Lavinia in play, which is making things really awkward. So I think we need to make a very large Stone Coil Serpent, put a bunch of spheres in play, and then pass the turn. Is I think the place we're at in life right now. I'm running a little low on time, though. I probably should do it soon. I don't know if there's anything else in my deck that I really want to draw. I think I'm going to sack the sphere and then bring it all back. I just need to get back all my spheres now. Okay, I think that's good. Is this not enough? Whatever, I don't care anymore, man. They can't spin because there's a Karn. So they have 4 cards and they're locked out of Hercule's Recall. Woo! Fucking go! Let's go!